Welcome you all. Second MSc Food Service Management and Dietetics, Kaveri College for Women, Autonomous Trichy. Here we are going to see about for the e-content standardization of recipe and portioning, methods and benefits, leftover utilizations of food. Standardization of recipe. A standardized recipe is defined as a recipe with the specific ingredient and the ingredient quantities, a specific cooking time, and a set of instructions that ensure a consistent product is produced each time a recipe is used. The standardized recipe seeks to reduce the interpretations as well much as possible. A recipe should consist of recipe title, recipe category, ingredients. Weight gain or volume of each ingredient, preparation instructions, cooking temperature and time, serving size, recipe yield, equipments and utensils to be used. Methods of recipe standardization. The standardization of recipe has three methods: recipe verification, product evaluation, and quantity adjustment. Recipe verification. In a recipe verification, a review of the recipe is carried out in detail how is prepared and what is the yield. Before a recipe is standardization, careful testing and evaluation is important. A recipe should be out at a smaller level before trying it. Out the recipe should be evaluated on the basis of availability of the ingredients, yield, equipment and skills of the employees. A recipe verification phase are classified into the four major processes: review the recipe and the prepare the recipe, verify the recipe, record the changes in product evaluation method. In this, acceptability of the recipes can be decided and it will give information whether or not a recipe should be improved. The evaluation team should include the managed food and beverage staff and consumer. Two types of evaluations. They are informal evaluation, formal evaluation. Quantity adjustment method. If a recipe has been evaluation but it is not in the desired quantity, then the quantity adjustment phase has to be followed. These the several methods which are carried out to adjust the recipe for an enlargement. Factor method, direct table reading method, percentage method. Factor method, the most commonly used method for recipe enlargement in the factor method. This method consists of three steps. Decide the factor to be used, multiply each ingredient with the factor, changes quantity into the common measurement, conversion factor equal to direct yield or current yield. Percentage method. The ingredient measurement is converted to weight and the percentage of each ingredient in relation to the total weight of the recipe is calculated. Percentage of each ingredient equal to weight divided by the total weight into 100. Benefits of standardization of recipe: cost control, quantity control, inventory control, portion and yield control, customer satisfaction, consistent nutrient content, efficient purchasing power. Utilizations of leftovers. The uneaten edible remains of a meal after the meal is over and everyone has finished eating are called leftovers. Scrap of food such as bones or the skins of some vegetables and fruits that are not edible are considered as a waste material. Utilizations of leftovers listed below: leftover in hotels, leftover in beverage, leftover in meat and poultry, leftover in ice cream, leftover fruits and vegetables, leftover rice. Leftover in hotel. A large portion of a waste produced in hotels and loading the facilities comprises of the food waste. The executive chief will monitor the food inventory, the amount of food per meal and the percent of the waste per meal. Leftover beverage. Leftover dark can be used in the preparation of the thick and the flavorful sauces. Leftover slices of bread can be used to make bread pudding. Leftover meat and poultry. Leftover chicken can be cut into the small strips and served with the scattered tomatoes, mayonnaise sauce, scattered cheese make the tasty whites. These can be simmerized for 1 to the 2 hours and eaten. These mixtures should be simmered for 1 to 2 hours to make a delicious soup. Leftover fruits and vegetables. Leftover pulp after the preparations of the fresh juices can be combined with water, cinnamon and ginger, simmered and the strained to make a healthy and the flavorful fruit tea. A smoothie is a thick, smooth drink consists of fresh fruit pureed with the ice cream or yogurt or the milk. Leftover rice. Leftover rice can be mixed with the pancake batter to make the pancakes. A pancake is thin, flat to cake of batter fried on both sides in a pan and the enrolled up with the sweet or the savory filled. Leftover ice cream. Leftover ice cream can be mixed with the some shelf-rising flour to make a delicious muffins, which are small domed spongy cake made with egg and the baking powder.